everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And today's review is in association with MarvelousNews.com, your #1 news source for everything Marvel. And for today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the new Marvel Infinite Series 4-inch Emma Frost figure from Hasbro. Now this figure comes packaged in the same style packaging we see with all the Marvel Infinite Series figures. You've got the logo up top with the little Avengers icons below that, and the figure clearly displayed on the card back with the name of the character at the bottom. Then on the back of the card you've got a look at the figure, a brief bio in multiple languages, and then down below some thumb images of other figures being released in the series. Okay, so let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figure outside of the packaging. Now, like with most of the figures in this wave of Marvel Infinite Series, this one is a holdback from the original Marvel Universe line. This figure was originally slated to be released in a 3-pack along with this Colossus Juggernaut figure we looked at the other day. Astonishing X-Men Cyclops was also in that set, and that set was canceled, but now we're getting it on a single card. But unlike most of the more modern Marvel Infinite Series figures, this figure does have decent articulation, which is a good thing. Now I really like the sculpting on this figure. I think the face sculpt came out looking really nice, especially for a figure this size. It's probably not quite as nice as looking as the 6-inch Marvel Legends version, but I definitely think it looks pretty good for a 4-inch scale figure. Now the lipstick, she's got that kind of silver lipstick on. I don't know, it seems like it's maybe a little bit too white. I don't know. So that to me is the only thing that maybe looks a little off with the face sculpt. I mean, I know she has that, wears that kind of silver lipstick, so it doesn't bother me too much. It just throws the face off a little bit, in my opinion. Looks like maybe she's been eating powdered donuts or something. She's got the yellow hair for blonde hair, which I think looks pretty good, and I like the way the hair is sculpted. Originally I thought maybe they were just going to reuse like the same sculpt for that they used on the Dazzler figure, but it's definitely different. So I like that. We get a cape on this figure, which I really like, unlike the Marvel Legends version, which did not have a cape. So I like that we get the cape, and it's made with that kind of just vinyl material. It does have some kind of blue wash on the back of it, which doesn't look too bad. The cape is removable. You can just slide it over the head of the figure if you want. And so she does have, so you can have her sporting the look without the cape if you want. I prefer the cape. I think it looks better with the cape on, so I'm going to keep it on. Now one thing I do want to point out, which I thought was a little bit odd, is they've included an X symbol on her cape, which is red and yellow, and that is what you typically see when she has the outfits with the cape. When she was part of the X-Men, that is, you did see it there. But they've also included one on her belt, and it's actually blue and white. So it's odd to have the two X symbols. Normally you would either have it on their belt or on her cape, and it's also kind of funny that it's two different colors. I did some searching on the internet, and I didn't really see much in the way. Maybe I saw one picture where she had it on both the belt and on the cape, and they were the same color. So it's a little odd. I guess you could say, you know, it's cool that they did it, because if you want to have her without the cape, then she still has the X-Men symbol on, or if you want to have it with the cape. But just because they're two different colors, to me, makes it look a little off. Skin tones are good on it. I like, no problems there. And then the rest of the paint is basically just kind of a pearl white. It has kind of that shiny metallic look to it, which looks pretty good in the lighting. Okay, so the figure does not come with any accessories other than the cape, and the biggest pain in the butt thing about this figure is she has the high heels, so the figure does not stand very well on its own. I've had to pull out this figure stand to use so it doesn't fall over during the review, but on its own this figure will fall over very easily, so just be wary of that. The figure stands at about 4¼ inches tall. So she seems to be pretty good scale. She's about the same height as the Astonishing X-Men Cyclops figure. Now keep in mind, Emma Frost has the high heels on, so that gives her a little extra height. And then here she is next to the Colossus Juggernaut figure, and Colossus Juggernaut is definitely taller. And just for one more, here she is next to Wolverine, who's on the short side, and she's definitely taller than Wolverine. So articulation on this figure, as I mentioned before, is pretty good. The head is on a ball hinge joint, so she can look left and she can look right, no problem. Even with the long hair, which is made with that kind of rubber type material, she can look left and right with no problem. She can look down really good. Now the long hair does prevent her from looking back at the neck, so she really has no back movement with the head. Arms are attached with a standard ball hinge joint at the shoulder, so she can get her arms out good, and she's got good rotation there at the shoulder. Now when she has the cape on, that does limit how much she can rotate her arms, but of course the cape is removable. She's got the single hinged elbow, so she's got good bending at the elbow, and she's got the swivel at the elbow. She's also got the swivel at the wrist, no hinges at the wrist, just swivel. The hands are sculpted in those magic wielding poses like we've seen with other figures like Scarlet Witch and others, including like Dazzler. Midsection joints, so she's got a rotation there at the midsection, and she's got a little bit of a crunch, more back movement than forward movement there. Legs are attached with ball joints, so she can't really do the splits very much, but she can get her leg forward, and she can do her leg back about that much. She has a thigh swivel. She has a double jointed knee, so she's got good bending at the knee, and then she's got the calf swivel as well. And then she has the ankle pivot, so good movement with the feet. And then 2 peg holes on the bottom of her feet. So that's my review. I like this figure. It's probably my favorite figure in this wave. I think the paint applications look good. I like the face sculpt. I like the fact that we've gotten a cape with this version of Emma Frost, and I think this figure will fit in nicely with your other X-Men figures. This wave, along with this figure, are hitting shelves now. Now I haven't actually seen this wave at physical stores, but you can order it at places like Big Bad Toy Store that does have it in stock now. We'll have a full gallery of images up at marvelousnews.com. There's a link in the description below. And as always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you later.